me, I think the most important part of this job is the fact that the youth look up to us even more. The youth look up to the adults to be examples, and I think if we're elected to a public office, we should be more aware of that and set a good example for the youth. I think everybody in here in some way or another is affected by the drug problem. I would be very aware of how I come across to the youth. I would strive to be a positive example to the youth. I think that the most important thing in that office is that you're in a position where you can influence young people, and I think that you need to take advantage of that position and do the same.
Thank you, Mr. Asher. Mr. Cawood, 1 minute, please. Would you like a question asked again?
Yeah, you don't care.
The position of county clerk comes with a great deal of responsibility. What is the most important part of the job to you?
Well, I think the most important thing to me is to provide a pleasant place to work, a pleasant place to do business, and encourage people to come in and generate revenue for the county. You know, we were talking about losing business to Knox County, and for various reasons, you know, fees, people being unhappy, but regardless, I've seen that office at times have as many as 13 employees, and I've seen it as few as 6 employees. I think there needs to be strict financial accountability of people's money, and it needs to be a pleasant place to do business, because it takes a while to build these customer base back, so that we can generate the revenue through because it's a fee-based office, to do the things and make the changes that we want to better improve the office for the people.
Thank you, Mr. Cawood. Mr. Brock?
First of all, I think, going back to the employees, I think taking care of the employees. I think there's great employees in there. I think they've been through some stressful times. I think my goal is to go in and create an atmosphere that the working environment is there. When they get up, they're ready to come to work. And that is going to make the next #1 priority serving the people of Bell County. We're there for you. We're working for you. It's your office. And then if you've got that going, the third thing is is your customer service. So great employees, taking care of the people of Bell County, and then you're going to have the customer service as a result, and then everything else falls into place.
Thank you, Mr. Brock. Mr. Hoskins?
I think accountability to our taxpayers is the most important thing that we do in that job. I think we have to have open communication. I think our citizens need to know what's going on in that office. And I think you do that through positive leadership. And I think that's something I can provide.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Campbell?
Yes, I think the most important thing, or I think all of it's important. I mean, anytime you've got an office, a public office, it's important. I think it's important to be friendly to the people and to let them want you to, tell them what's going on, and keep that, communication with them, and keep good records, and just be trustworthy. I feel like right now that's the main thing, is earning people's trust back, and because it's your money and you want to know where it went, and you don't want to pay no extra on it, and it's important keeping the office open, good hours, that people can come in and get their business done, and feel good when they leave there, feel like they was welcome there, and don't care to come back. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mrs. Hayes?
I think to serve the citizens of Bell County is the most important part of the job, and that's with friendly and efficient service. I think the clerk is the face of the office, and I think it's our responsibility to have a friendly staff and a well-trained staff. And I think that all comes back to having a full-time clerk and to good office management. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hoskins.
I think just doing the job, doing it with honesty, working together within the office and with the customers is most important.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Harris?
The first thing is to establish a good relationship with the employees, to let them know that I'm there to work with them. They don't work for me, they work with me. We're going to be a group that we'll treat all our customers fairly. That is the main thing, to make sure they know. Service, to put back the things in the clerk's office that used to be, that's not there now, for instance, like hunting license, fishing license, that's a service. There's a law that says that the clerk's office has a right to either sell or not. When I was growing up as a kid, when I was going with my granddad, he'd always get his tags and get his hunting license. So those are services we need to put back, because when you're a clerk, you're a public servant. And to never forget that, to be out front where the public's at, and service them, and take care of them, and answer their questions, and work with your employees to make that customer feel very welcome and want to be there in the office. That's the main thing that you can be, is just feel wanted when you're there, and you can take care of your business and get out and feel good about it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Miller.
If I were elected clerk, the most important task that I would take on would be to conduct impeccable elections. I think that's the most important thing in that office, is to make sure the elections are honest as the day is long. Now, the next thing that falls right close to it, I have to think that financial responsibility is very important. But the honest elections conducted by the clerk is the most important thing, in my opinion.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Brock, I've gone over my hour limit. It'll be just a few more moments. And to the families who have been here just a little bit longer, I apologize. We have one more question. We're going to leave this to this beautiful lady right here, and then we will have 30 seconds for closing statements, okay? Ms. Johnson. I will tell you this is probably going to be one of the best questions of the night. No question.
If elected the Bell County Clerk, the buck will stop with you. Name one guideline you would put into place that would prevent any misappropriation of funds. Once again, the question is, if elected the Bell County Clerk, the buck will stop with you. Name one guideline you would put into place that would prevent any misappropriation of funds.
Mr. Asher.
Well, I would go back on the state auditor's reports from the last few years, and I would sit down with the state auditors, and I would just make sure that their criteria is met. You know, I know at one time, the last audit report I read, the controls were taken out of the office. I don't think it's like that now, but as far as one guideline, I would meet the criteria and the recommendations of the state auditor that comes in and audits the books every year.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kaywood.
Well, I agree with you that the buck stops at the clerk, him or herself, and I think what we've seen in the past has not been the responsibility as much as the employees at all, period. It's been the clerk that him or herself needs to hold himself to a standard of accountability to the public, to do what is right. Now, in order to make that happen, I think there's two ways you can run that office. I know that previously there was a cash register system in there that would have a checks and balances on all fees. And if I'm elected, I would have probably established that again, where all transactions would be ran through a register in order to balance the day's business at the end of the day.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Brock.
I agree with Paul. I think I'll take it one step further. I think when you're checking out, that you have to have a paper trail. But also, I think anytime that you're checking out, and this is just a good common business practice, you need two people that is there checking out, signing off, and making the necessary deposits. That way, someone is always accountable. And if I'm given the opportunity to be your next clerk, I can tell you I'm going to be one of those people that's sitting there making sure that the necessary deposits are done and done right. And I'm going to get my cards again, so I'll be quiet. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Once again, you each have 1 minute to answer. Mr. Hoskins.
I agree with Matt with the state auditor, and I think the KRS guidelines should be adhered to, and we do that. Like I said, like you mentioned, through the state auditor, checks and balances. We've got to have checks and balances. people have to balance their checkbooks. They expect the clerk to balance their checkbooks as well. And it's just common business practice. Complete and full disclosure. I think the citizens need to know where the money is, what we're collecting, and what we're spending. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Campbell.
Yes, I agree that you need to have two different people. We always had a bookkeeper, and then the CPA would work with them and to check it out would be a good thing, like they said. The only thing I can tell you is, I know another instance since I've been running, somebody came up to me and I told them who I was. I said, I'm Debbie Turner-Gamble, and I'm running for Bell County Clerk. Right away, the first thing they said, oh, you're that good Christian lady that's running. And that humbled me. And I have to account to God for what I do. And I want to run on that, and I don't want to change. And if it's going to make me anything other than what I am, I don't want the job. And so that's all I can tell you is that I'll keep a check on everybody and make sure they're doing the honest job that they're supposed to be doing. And I can't say nothing won't happen. I can say I hope and pray that it don't, and try to keep watch on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Hayes.
I think it's very important to have transparency in the office, regular auditing, and receipts for all transactions. And I also think I agree with the other candidates that two people should be accountable for the money when checking balance. And but I definitely think that receipts for any cash that's taken in, we need to be accountable for why those people are giving us the money and where that money is going. And that comes back to transparency. We need to know what we're doing in that office and what we're doing with your money. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Hoskins.
I don't leave my workplace any day unless my money is balanced. And then the auditors, they take it from me, they take care of the audit, the open records, anybody that would want to check any records at any time. David touched on the points that I wanted to make clear. I am a Christian. I've been a member of Hinckley's Chapel Baptist Church for 40 years, and I would like to have, a Christian employees working within the office. That doesn't mean nothing's going to ever bad happen, but there's a good chance that it would.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Harris.
Well, as any business, at the end of the day, when your bookkeeper balances the day out, the manager should sit down and also go over the daily balance sheet and see exactly how it's totaling out. Also, the cash registers, most cash registers now, even the cheapest ones, they have a clerk ID. The clerks key in the item in on the front counter. They have their own clerk ID. You just have to, like in any business, you would have to discipline if there's problems with the clerk or the employees. You would, if there's a shortage, you would know where the shortage comes from. And then you discipline, you write it, do it right. But also, you just run it like a business. Make sure that they know that you're going to be accountable for every penny that's taken in our office at the end of the day, how it balances out. But the manager, which is the clerk, has to be, should be involved in each daily balance sheet at the end of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. And Mr. Miller.
Well, my experience for 30 years was auditing, so I know a little about it, and it's not a one-man job. You're doing multi-accounts in that office. If you stayed there every night and balanced out every account by yourself, you'd be going home about 2 in the morning. So it's going to have to be other people in the office accounting for what they're responsible for, coming to the clerk and say, here's what I found. Will you go over this? You can't go over her final or his final amount that he's come up with. Now, the state auditors have not been welcome in Bell County for a long, long time. I would welcome them anytime they want to come in and make any suggestion they have. Thank you.
And that's going to conclude as far as our questions for the candidates. I'm going to give you a few moments just to gather your thoughts. You have 30 seconds for closing statements. I'd like to take this opportunity, none of them know this, but I would like the current staff of the Bell County Clerk's Office to stand up and be recognized, including Rob, please. They have been all through a very difficult time. and getting this office back in order has been a daunting job, and they deserve a round of applause. Thank you very much. All right, these are your last moments in this particular forum for you to let people know if there's anything you haven't had an opportunity to speak. This is your chance. Or forever hold your peace, at least until you knock on that next door. Mr. Asher, 30 seconds, sir.
Okay, I'd just like to say that I appreciate everybody coming. It's been great to get out and campaign and meet everybody. And I would just like to say if I'm elected, I'll run it honestly and efficiently, and it'll be open to everybody. And I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Asher. Mr. Cagley.
I too would like to thank everybody for coming, and I've certainly enjoyed being out and meeting people. I thank the girls from the Middlesboro and Pineville office for coming and sitting and listening to a little bit of what we may have in store for them in the future, one of us anyway. But I just want everybody to know that my door will always be open. There'll never be anyone turned away for any reason. I would be there to help anybody with any issue that I could if you elect me Bell County Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Cagley. Mr. Brock, 30 seconds, sir.
I would also like to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out this afternoon. If you'll give me the opportunity to be your next county court clerk, I'm going to bring a business approach to the office. We're going to have a friendly and professional environment. I'm going to modernize the office. We're going to extend the hours, and we're going to provide transparency. And then I'm also going to work with other elected officials in Bell County to help move Bell County forward, but move Bell County forward in a positive direction. And once again, thank you, and I'm getting the cards again, so thanks.
Mr. Hoskins, give me 30 seconds, sir.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. This has truly been an honor. It's been a privilege to get out and meet so many people, talk with them, express our opinions, get your viewpoints. If I'm given an opportunity to lead this office, people will be first. Our citizens will be first. And just please get out and vote, and appreciate the opportunity to serve the citizens of Bell County. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Gamble.
I do want to thank everybody for coming out, and I know tonight I've said experience a lot, and I have worked there, and I just feel like that I can take that to the office and use that and be a servant to the people. I think that that's what that office is about. The clerk's office is to serve the people. Everyone up here is good people. They've been wonderful. We've all been together the last 4 months. Nobody's ever said anything, and I'm honored just to be sitting here with them. And just like Carly said, just vote. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mrs. Hayes.
I'd like to say thank you to the citizens of Bell County for all your kindness and hospitality to me over the past 4 months. I've been in your homes, you've been kind to me, we've shared stories, we've shared memories, we've laughed and we've cried. And you will be treated with the same hospitality when you come in our office by both me and our staff, whether it's to conduct business or just to stop by and say hello. One thing I would like us all to remember tonight, our children are the future of our community and we are their voices. And let us never forget that coal keeps the lights on. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Ms. Hayes. Ms. Hopkins.
I certainly appreciate everyone coming out tonight. I know their afternoons. I know how valuable family time is and their afternoons off. This is first time for me. It's all new, but I appreciate your vote and support. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Harris.
Well, thank you for coming out tonight. I'd like to ask for your vote. If I've not already talked to you, I'd like to ask for your vote. I will be a dependable clerk. I will be there full time, Monday through Friday, and I also will be there on Saturday. I will be an employee of that clerk's office. I will be out front for you to see and talk to and work with you and work out the problems you have with that clerk's office. But the main thing is, if you have any questions, as I told you before, I'll give you my phone number now, and I'll give you my phone number when I come to clerk. It will be posted because I want you to know that you'll talk to me. But I do appreciate y'all coming out tonight.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. And Mr. Miller.
Thank all you future voters for coming out tonight. We all appreciate the audience we've got, and I think I'm humbled that all of us conducted ourselves well tonight. And I thank the panel for coming down and asking these questions. If elected, I'll do the best job I can do. That's all I can promise. Thank you.
Let's have a hand for our candidates, please. Before we go, I want to mention just a few things. Tomorrow night there will be a Jailers Meet the Candidates debate. A Jailers Meet the Candidates debate. We have yet to determine the venue for the coroner's race and for the judge executive. Okay, there has been a change. They're decorating for the Middlesboro prom here on Thursday and Friday, so we have to move this most likely to the Pineville area. We'll let you know within the next 24 hours. And tomorrow night is the Jailers at 7 p.m. All right. One more thing. If you are someone who is not going to be in the debate, on 106.3, I am offering 10 free minutes of airtime. You come in, you can talk live on the air, or we can record it, and in that way you can get your voice heard where you may not have been able to before. Okay, it's open to any candidate. Once again, this will be shown on Channel 13, Hometown TV, on our friends here in Middlesboro throughout Bell County. So make sure you tune in tomorrow morning, 7 until 10. On Channel 13. God bless. Have a great night. Before we go, candidates, let me have your attention for a minute. Does everybody feel they were treated fairly during this debate? All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
When you're looking for a place to live, what do you look for? Convenience, value, safe housing? Well, of course you do. The Housing Authority of Middlesboro offers affordable housing for you and your family. All the apartments have been updated, are energy efficient, income-based rent, fair market rent, and flat rent. Whatever your situation is, the Housing Authority of Middlesboro provides safe, clean housing that is user-friendly in a neighborhood-type setting. Randy Earl invites everyone to look at the Housing Authority of Middlesboro. Call 606-248-6500 for more information. Safe and affordable housing you can call home. The Housing Authority of Middlesboro.
Hi, I'm Jim Mills Jr. of Mills Furniture and Appliance out of RJ, Kentucky. As you can see, Mills Furniture and Appliance is providing you with the highest quality outdoor power equipment there is. Husqvarna. Mills Furniture and Appliance, bringing you chainsaws, weed eaters, push mowers, brush cutters, blowers, riders, and self-propelled mowers. For anything you've ever wanted, needed, or desired in the outdoor power equipment, Mills Furniture and Appliance and Husqvarna, bringing it to you.
At Long's Pick Pack, customers are always number one with us.
We are passionate about our customer service. We believe in offering you only the freshest produce and superior products. So when you come to Long's Pick Pack, your grocery shopping experience is something to enjoy and look forward to, not just a chore you have. Mikey wants to invite all the kids, too.
Come along, join the Galaxy Kids Club.
Long's Pick Pack, 134 Pine Street, Pineville, where the culture of our community is alive. Jeff's Pharmacy is now the exclusive home of the Parata Automation Prescription Service, which delivers high-speed and high-accuracy filling of your prescriptions. With the Parata, we can offer more personal service to our customers. Jeff's Pharmacy also provides all types of vaccinations, like shingles, hepatitis, flu, and more. We accept all Workman's Comp and Medicare Part D. Jeff's Pharmacy, your local good neighbor pharmacy, North 19th Street, Middlesboro.